There's also a question here. What can we say to government officials who come to site without doing a proper check? Well, I think that is left to the government, but it will come by way of advice here. From information available to me through some few contacts, I learned that they are already questioning some of the officials involved in that collapse.
This last collapse now.
Yes, they are questioning them. They are doing a lot of tidy work there at the government level, which we eventually, foster and bring a proper solution.
Okay.
Now, I will give an advice in that area. You see, if I tell you to check and peruse my presentation, it is assumed that you know more than me.
That's right.
Number one. Number two, it is assumed that you may see what I overlook.
That's right.
Do you understand? So, at the government level, government should ensure that they take their staff through what I would call the CPD, Continuous Professional Development Program, in conjunction with the engineering institutions, so that they can upgrade their knowledge.
Yes.
The so-called drawings they are sending to them for approval, and somebody that does not know what is being sent to him to approve, at the end of the day, to save the face, he will just put a signature.
Maboyo.
And that is the end. You see? So the government should ensure that they synergize with the engineering institutions to train and retrain their staff.
Yes.
So this issue of coming to site and say, Lembe, thank you, what are you doing here? And they just go, will not be there.
Yeah.
Even right from the approval, when the drawings are at their tables,
Yes.
and they are checking.
From leaving the office, you know exactly what is going to inspect,
yes,
what is going to check.
Yes.
Not
and
just say, yeah, just
before
go.
issuing out the drawings for approval.
And even make reports back to the office.
Yes. You should be able to know what the consultants presented as their drawings. Whether, no, this one cannot be, this one cannot be. And that will show you. I will give you an example in that area. There was a time I was appointed as a consultant to a project that has to do with aluminium, and it involves some expatriates from abroad. So the expatriates just decided to seize about 600 million of these contractors, this company's money, because they said they have to prove that these RIs, wind will not blow all the windows away. So they said we should go and bring wind load analysis. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this company does not have that expertise, but they have to call somebody, and I was lucky to be part of the people. Yeah. And we have to, where I'm going now is this. We were doing some calculations in our office. We will send it to them. They will send it to Singapore. The people will say, okay, you omitted this area. Can you look at this area? They will send it back to Nigeria. We did it for 6 months. Now, these Singaporean people, if they do not know anything, it is whatever we send to them, they will just...
Exactly.
It was after we finished that, they released the money. So, anybody that is expected to check is expected to have knowledge of what is checking. Not that you just send something to put that. So, whosoever must have been employed by the government, they must make sure that they expose them to training and retraining program, so that they don't just behave like
capacity building.
Yes. So they should do that. And then the staff of the government, they are not just enough.
Okay.
They are not just enough.
Short of manpower.
Yeah, they are short of manpower. So they must liaise with the engineering institutions who can help them and collaborate with them. For example, if I have the capacity to enter into that site I was talking about,
yes,
I will go there and say, close. And I will inform Alausa that something is happening here. I, as a structural engineer, I don't feel comfortable with this. Send your people to this place. But I don't have the strength to do that. I don't have the capacity to do that. Yeah. So that's why I said the government should liaise seriously with all these institutions so that they can help them and then the society can be safe. I also have here houses in the rural areas with that architect. Is there any measure to renew? Well, houses in the village, they are not serious projects. What we call bam bam. They will
Bam, 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 thank you.
they will just, mold clay, put it and so on. It's not up to.
But some of them collapse too, and people lose
So
their
what I'm saying
lives
is
too.
this: there is some level of safety in that area. But however, we have local government authorities
Yes,
at various levels
Yeah, local
who
government,
will
yeah.
also go out and check all these things. All we need to do is to make sure that these things are to be really enforced. You can't build in any village without the government being involved. If you know that, you can start it. But the problem is that because the loopholes are there, that's why people go there to do it. If you start anything and it's going to be demolished, you will not want to waste your money.
Exactly.
So these are the things. Government at that level should do something. Then, if a building is not well structured, how can the government official dictate this thing? Well, I've said it. You can only sanction by knowledge.
Exactly.
If you don't have knowledge, what are you sanctioning? There's something they say that is happening in our institution nowadays. They said upload and download. That's what they're doing.
What mean on that? Upload and download.
The lecturer will just do okay. When it comes to exam, just download for me. No thorough knowledge. Yeah, somebody came to do IT with me. He's a copper. I said, okay, because when you come to our office, you have to read, you have to analyze. Not that you be carrying software about software. What we have now is shallow knowledge. The lecturer even himself is not even
well equipped.
Yeah, he's not even ready to stay. Maybe there's no money in the pocket and so on. So all these things, there must be sound knowledge development, and it's various engineering institutions that will help in that area if government is really serious about enhancing the capacity of their people, their staff. Ways to get professional engineers. The best way you can get professional engineers is to contact the various institutions. Nigerian Institution of Structural Engineers, if you want to get structural engineers, Nigerian Institute of Architects, if you want to get architects, and so on and so forth. If you go there, you are safer at any point in time, because no institution will introduce somebody that will destroy the name of the institution.
The image of,
Yes. So we go there and contact them. There are various websites that you can get them, and they will give you necessary recommendation. No sanction to date on building collapse by way of the inquiry. Well, I think this is the area that is sensitive, which is politics. So I just hope that government will be kind to itself. And that has really done a lot of damage, image damaging to government. Because I've heard people saying the one of Lekki something the other time, what did they do about it? What did they do about it? So I believe there's too much of noise on this present one, and I don't think government will.
They should rise up to the responsibility.
Yes, they will not leave any stone unturned, because CNN brought the news, all other international news, it's a real damage to the image of Nigeria and even the professionals and every one of us. So I hope that with what they are doing, they will come out with something better that will help solve the problem. Then, is there sanction for government officials who did not do proper check? Well, I believe also at the government level, there's what I would call monitoring. If you send somebody to site, it is expected that it will give you a report.
And when it comes by feedback, please.
So from the feedback, but the question now is this: the organ they are giving feedback, what is his knowledge level?
And maybe the feedback alone will only be envelope.
Yes.
That's the feedback.
So what is the knowledge level? There is a serious knowledge damage.
This is VVView.